Hi everybody, you all are once again most welcome to Tutorials Point. Well, we love to speak English and we just love to improve our language as well. But having done that, there definitely are times wherein we end up misusing certain words and we don't even realize that we have misused them. Well, what are these certain words and how do we actually stop misusing them, or how do we improvise them in our language? Well, let's go ahead and see in this video, because here we will definitely learn about the correct way or the correct usage of words which we most often misuse. Let's go ahead. Well, the first one is salary. What do we assume salary to be as? So most people assume salary to be as something which they have earned, be it on an hourly basis or be it on a yearly basis, but something which you earned is salary. Well, not really. So salary actually indicates the amount that you earn collectively, which means definitely it is not on an hourly basis. Usually it is salary is mentioned on an yearly basis, right? So on a yearly basis, what you earn is what is referred to you as your salary. So your complete CTC for the entire year is your salary. So if you happen to hear anybody talking about salary or speaking of salary which you are earning on an hourly basis, well, definitely that is wrong. That is referred to as per hour wages, right? So what are your what is the amount that you're paid per hour? So that are your wages, not your salary. Salary is something that you earn for the entire year, right? Or on an yearly basis, what is your package? That is referred to as your salary. So here, let's look at an example. Mike turned down this job because the salary was only rupees 30,000 per year. So if it is on a yearly basis, yes, it will be called as a salary. I heard you picked up a job working as a waiter on weekends. What is your salary? Well, definitely that is wrong, because when you are working as a freelancer or as a part-timer, definitely in all likelihood you would be paid probably on a day basis or maybe on hourly basis. So in that case, that's not your salary, that is your wage. Those are your wages which you're being paid, right? So if you happen to use this word, you might want to correct it, because that is not your salary. Something which you are paid on a daily basis is not your salary. They are actually referred to as your wages, right? Okay. Hourly wage was simply mentioned as amount per hour. That could be amount per hour. On a daily basis you are paid as much amount, or it could be an hourly wage or hourly rate, but definitely it is not salary. Okay, stingy, again a very commonly used word. What do we usually assume stingy to be as? Usually we think a person who is definitely not at all willing to spend money on anything, is a spendthrift, is what we refer to them as stingy. Well, not really. So stingy is a person who is actually opposite of generous, right? So definitely if I spend money on myself but I don't like spending money, I don't like spending even a single dime on anybody else, I am stingy. But if I don't spend money at all, even for my needs, then I am cheap. I am not stingy. So cheap is a person who doesn't spend money at all, doesn't just want to waste even a single rupee, even on himself or herself. That person is referred to as cheap, not stingy. So let's look at an example. I have never met anybody so stingy in my life. He's worth $1 million, but has never donated a dime to charity. So such a person who is completely opposite to generous is referred to as stingy, but a person who just doesn't spend money is referred to as cheap. So I'm sure now the difference is clear to you all. Okay, well, staff is yet another misused word. So what do we actually assume staff to be? So any person or any person who is working in an organization is staff. Well, not really. Staff actually means a group of people who are a part of an organization. So if you are referring to one person, definitely you cannot use staff. You might want to use staff members, or someone who is a part of the entire staff, but staff per se means a group of people. So if you happen to use it the other way around, well, you might want to change the way in which you're using it. So our staff is comprised of 35 bilingual professors. So definitely staff is of course, it refers to a group of people. If you want to talk about one person, well, definitely you can call them a staff member, or an employee. Well, definitely, and of course not staff. And if you want to talk about more than one person, well, definitely you can call them two staff members or two employees, but not two staff. So that is absolutely wrong. Staff is a group of people. So next time if you happen to use this word, well, definitely you might want to correct it. Okay, last but not the least is yet another very important word, which is visit. So how do we use visit? So anywhere that I go, I visit that place? Well, not really. There are 4 conditions wherein you can actually use visit. So the first one is going somewhere in order to spend time with someone socially, right? So I happen to visit my friend over the weekend, so that is when you can use visit. Or staying somewhere as a tourist. I visited US last year, again the correct usage. Accessing a website, I visited the so and so website to do a particular course on Java or XYZ, however you want to use it. And the last the last but not the least usage of visit is going to see someone for a specific purpose, such as giving or receiving official advice. So I happened to visit my boss before the meeting started. So these are the 4 situations wherein you use visit. Other than that, using visit is absolutely wrong. So let's look at an example. I have to visit the grocery store on my way home from work. So you don't go and visit the grocery store, you go to a grocery store. You're not going there to meet anybody, right? Or you're not going there specially to meet the groceries which are there at the grocery store. Well, not really. So using visit in this sentence is definitely inappropriate. And yes, look at the correct usage. I try to visit my grandmother once a week. Yes, so you definitely go ahead and visit your grandmother, because if even not just anybody, it could be you could visit your friend, your colleague, your boss, anybody, or for that matter, you could also visit a website. Or just like we said, you could go as a tourist. That also inculcates. There also you can use this word visit. So other than that, you don't visit a grocery store, you go to a grocery store. So again, a very, very commonly used word day in, day out, but we definitely end up messing it up, and we don't use it always in the correct way it should be. So I'm sure now all the confusions are clear and you will use it the right way around. Well, I will see you again in the next video. Till that time, keep learning with tutorials, point and tutorics. Have a good day.